Hello. I wanted to make this video to talk about screwdrivers and what you guys think are the best screwdrivers that you have personally used, which ones that you like, and which ones what country you think makes the best screwdrivers, if you want to put that in the comments. So to start, this right here is a Craftsman. This is that cellulose acetate butyrate handle here that is famous. And before somebody comments, I actually do have a ton of the original USA made Craftsman, because this is the modern Craftsman that was at Lowe's. This one right here I think is Chinese or Taiwan, one of the two. I want to say maybe Taiwan, but this is the new cheaper lower end Craftsman that you see today. This is a new one. I actually do have a lot of the original USA made ones that wind up stinking up your toolbox. And again, if you have the old style with those CAB handles, the acetate handles, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't have them here where I'm filming this at, and I didn't really feel like going and get them, but I do have those. And they're fine. I mean, I think every single household in America has those. So, you know, these are nothing special, but they work and they're fine. Another screwdriver that I used this for a while, kind of starting out when I was younger, in my later teenage years and stuff, were these Kobalt ones that were sold at Lowe's. These are Taiwan made. They don't have the best screw fitment, and these are actual Phillips bits. Now all of these screwdrivers I'm going to show you today are number 2 Phillips, except I do have one posi drive in here, but that's just because I only have that specific one in posi drive. But this is a Phillips. A lot of the other stuff I have, the more premium brands, you get what's called, it's ISO or DIN standards, which replaced JIS. So that's one thing we can actually make a separate video and talk on. If you guys are interested, leave a comment comparing genuine Phillips to the modern ISO, DIN, you know, the new and improved JIS, Japanese Industrial Standard specs. So, you know, there's the Kobalt. There's nothing special. But I'll show you some of my more favorite screwdrivers. This set right here, this Gearwrench one, this is the only posi drive that I have an example of. And you can see that by the extra flutes there. This is actually a posi drive screwdriver. I like Gearwrench tools. I really like Gearwrench ratchets and sockets, but their wrenches, I'm not the biggest fan of. And the screwdriver, I'm not the biggest fan of either. It is marked on the bottom. It has a kind of triangular shape, but to be honest, and I'm not a Gearwrench hater at all. I actually have, none of this is sponsored. I didn't receive any product, but I have purchased a decent amount of Gearwrench tools. But their screwdrivers, I mean, they're perfectly fine. Just nothing special to me. They don't knock my socks off, so to say. Here we have a Milwaukee brand. This one here is their demolition heavy duty screwdriver that has the, you know, full steel tang all the way through with the strike plate on the end. I just picked this up. This one here has almost no use on it, but this also has a sort of triangle shape. And it's a bad example too, because this is their demolition one, so it is a larger handle, but it's perfectly fine. The Milwaukee ones are not, nice screwdrivers, but now I'm going to show you some of the screwdrivers that I really like personally. So let's get started here. This is a made in Germany Wiha screwdriver. See, made in Germany. It's a number 2 Phillips, and this is the new, ISO spec. It's not actually technically a Phillips, but it is marked on the bottom. PH2, because it's a Phillips replacement essentially. These have sort of an egg-shaped handle that's rounded and sort of bulbous here. And they have 2 flat spots here so they don't roll, or you could technically put a wrench on there if you wanted to, but there's the German Wiha screwdrivers. I've been extremely impressed with these. I have several sets actually that I purchased when they were put on sale. This one here is kind of dirty. I have that actually in this tool cart I'm filming on. But these are one of my all-time favorite screwdrivers, are the Wihas. This is something new I just picked up. This is also a Craftsman screwdriver, except this one here is made in France. And if you're familiar with the Facom Pro Twist screwdrivers, that's exactly what this is. This is a Facom Pro Twist French-made screwdriver, but it's just branded Craftsman V series. Smooth plastic down this line, and this is more of a kind of grippy plastic that's not as smooth. It's not marked on the bottom there. And it has sort of a, you know, it almost has a shape like a beer bottle, if that makes sense, if you can kind of see that here. This one here, I didn't know what to think of it when I was looking at it in the packaging. The handles are a little bit large, but this is actually incredibly nice feeling. This is very quickly, and again, I just got this. I don't have much use on it, but I'm really quickly liking that screwdriver. It's an excellent option. This one right here is probably my favorite of the bunch, and part of that is because this was a gift to me. So this has some sentimental, you know, value, as it was gifted to me. It's sentimental, so there's something special about this one that'll always be special. But this is the Wera. These are made in the Czech Republic, and also too, this is a you know, replaceable. It came with several screwdriver shanks or bits, whatever you want to call them. But this is incredibly well made, really good fit and finish. It fits screws very well. And it has a kind of dull texture here where the white part is kind of a sticky rubber and the red part's a hard plastic. But these are the famous Wera, you know, Czech Republic made screwdrivers. Amazing right there. Another neat one here, another recent acquisition. This is a Japanese made vessel. This is their wood compo, which I think they say is 70% wood, 30% composite polymer. So it's a wood compo. It's a non-slip handle. See, vessel made in Japan. This has an excellent fit and finish. And the wood handle, there's nothing I can compare it to. It is not polywood. If you're familiar with that polywood stuff they're making decks and furniture out of, that is not what this is. This feels like wood, and it's definitely wood, but it kind of does have a smooth feel to it while also being grippy. And you also have some knots and grain pattern in it. So it is genuine wood, but these are amazing screwdrivers. Those are the vessel wood combo. Here is one of the most popular ones here in America. This is a Klein Tools. This is a USA made Klein Tools screwdriver that every electrician in the world, or I guess every electrician in the Western world, and especially America, is probably familiar with these. This was my first premium screwdriver I was introduced to. When I was a little bit younger, all I had was the USA made Craftsman stuff that everybody's, you know, father and grandfather probably had in America. And then, you know, these Kobalt ones that I purchased myself. But this was my first taste into a premium screwdriver world. And I still really like Klein Tools. I like their screwdrivers. I don't have anything negative to say about the Klein ones, but compared to, you know, Wiha, Wera, these are brand new, but the Facom Pro Twist, branded as Craftsman V series, these really just don't hold up in terms of the comparison. And then arguably the most expensive or highest quality screwdriver that I have is this PB Swiss. Zoom in here. It even has its own unique serial number. I mean, how many screwdrivers have you seen in your lifetime that have their own serial number on them? I don't think even Snap-on does that. PB Swiss here. And if you're not familiar, these are Swiss made. And they also smell like vanilla. I wasn't joking about that. That's a very real thing. So, yeah, here's just some screwdriver options. Leave a comment on your opinion. We can debate it in the comments or make a follow-up video, but I just wanted to do a little show and tell video, but also kind of propose the commentary topic of whose screwdrivers do you like best? And what was your first premium one? Leave a comment with that. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.